Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at what would have happened if Tien trained harder than he did in the original storyline. Even though I think he trained plenty hard, I think the writing staff just totally shafted him on getting his gains. But anyway, we're going to look today at what would have happened if he got proper gains throughout the story. First thing we got to get into is his actual training and where we start off. Starting right after Goku fights with Piccolo Jr., Tien is really inspired to get stronger, and recalls fighting him in the World Martial Arts Tournament and seeing how much weight training did for him. So he goes to Roshi to talk to him about it and see what he could do and ways he could increase weight and increase gains. Roshi recommends using the turtle shell technique, and that's having a heavy-ass turtle shell on your back for extended periods of time. Tien starts off doing this and then eventually gets weighted wristbands and ankle weights, increasing his training even further. From here, he hops from dojo to dojo for the next couple years until Raditz arrives, fighting under great masters and training under great masters such as King Choppa, Korin, and even getting some early training in with Kami from recognition for all he has been doing. Come Raditz and his eventual fight with Goku, Tien is going to be about as strong as Goku with his weights removed when Tien himself removes his weights, making him much stronger than in the original. Then comes their training and preparation for the Saiyans. The same five all go up to train with Kami, being Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, Chaozu, and Yajirobe. Doing their first 8 months of training with him goes pretty much the same, except now Tien is still stronger than everyone else because of his early training. He has an extra, I'd give him 300 to his power level from where he is at base in that arc. Everyone else is a little bit stronger because they've been sparring and training against Tien. However, in the end, Kami gives them a final test this time around, sending them to go spar against and defeat Piccolo as a team. Going off and searching him out, they find him and engage in the battle. It's hard fought, and all of them put in the work. However, in the end, they're not able to overcome Piccolo, but do call as a draw with him. This causes Piccolo to take interest in them as fighters, and they all start training together, aside from Yajirobe and Chaozu, who are now the most far behind out of everyone. This causes Gohan to also get stronger, because now he has 3 more mentors helping him along the way. And it makes him a better fighter and more confident in his abilities come the time the Saiyans do actually arrive. Now is a good time to get into the growth of characters. And starting off, I think it would be best to touch on Tien, since he's the main protagonist of this What If. Tien has a power level over 500 points higher than he did in the original story, and almost everyone has gained that same boost from him and his influence and training. Goku's power level is untouched from base, and he gets the same multipliers with Kaioken as in the original. Piccolo is now even with Nappa, and that's going to come into play when they actually get into fighting. Gohan is at 1431, Yamcha's at 1980, Chaozu is at 1010, and yeah, everyone's gotten much stronger, and, you know, let's look at it like this. Yamcha isn't going to be dying to the Cybermen, no one is going to be dying to the Cybermen. They're all going to get dealt with very, very easily, up until Nappa joins in. But that's for later. For now, we're also going to look at how everyone's relationships have grown. Tien, Piccolo, and all the other humans have grown to be a little bit more close. Piccolo is shedding most of his bad guy persona by this point because he's been softened up significantly by Gohan and Tien's inclusion in his life. Tien being a huge positive influence, being able to go on and teach him, you know, how to move forward and be a better person as he did himself. Shedding his killer persona to be more of a soft person, someone who's able to build relationships and who fights solely for self-improvement and protecting the Earth and instead of for selfish reasons. Gohan is much less cowardly and much more willing to fight now also. He's been softened up and he's been able to, you know, get more of a groove and more of a comfortability with fighting because of the other humans and them going much more easy on him and being much more kind to him than Piccolo is initially. This also influences Piccolo's way he treats Gohan and the way he mentors him, seeing that he trains much better and works much better when he's shown kindness instead of strict methods and harsh training. Now we get into the Saiyans' actual rival and the battle's beginning. First things first, like I said earlier, the Cybermen are dispatched and dealt with immediately, almost. Yamcha absolutely mops the floor with the one he faces. The one that tries to jump Gohan is met with a Masenko, and the other ones are dealt with by Krillin and Piccolo respectively as they were originally. This leads into Nappa instead fighting Yamcha and Tien at first as a tag team. First of all, they're going in on him, swinging fast strikes, all melee at first. Nappa's having a hard time keeping up with both of them, and they're actually landing hits on him and dealing damage. First, Tien uses his multi-arm technique and he just starts striking wildly. Yamcha following up with the Wolfang Fist and breaking Nappa's defense and landing most of the combo. At this point, he's knocked away and they both fire a full-power Dodon Ray and Kamehameha respectively, but it's not enough to finish Nappa. Enraged, Nappa goes back in, and at this point, he actually deals with Yamcha, striking him hard in the gut before knocking him away and blasting him to nothingness. Just like that, Yamcha's defeated. This, however, enrages Tien and causes him to go in on Nappa and start fighting him solo for a moment. During this time, he's landing solid, straight hits on Nappa, unabated, and dealing serious damage. At this point, an enraged and powered up Nappa starts retaliating against Tien and putting him on the back foot. This causes Piccolo to jump in, and here's where the storyline begins to change drastically. At this point, Piccolo is even with Nappa and base. They are even. Meaning that once he jumps in, him and Tien combo the hell out of him and put him out of commission, causing Vegeta to do what he did in the original storyline and erase Nappa from this plane of existence. At this point now, they do have a new problem, and that's Vegeta. He's angry that one of his subordinates was taken out so easily by seemingly weaklings. The Cybermen failed, so he wasted those too. Now he has no one else to direct all this anger at except for the other humans that are all there. And this is sadly where our friend meets his end. Now that Vegeta's enraged and in the fight, everyone's more serious and on guard. However, sadly, Vegeta dismantles the Z-Fighters. He comes up to Tien and, in a flash of breakneck speed, kicks him under the chin and snaps his neck, killing our boy instantly, sadly. At this point, Piccolo jumps in, enraged himself, and with his own power boost, Vegeta just lets him tire himself out, playing with the Namekian. Coming to a certain point, he finally gets tired and kills Piccolo. At this point, Chaozu flies in and tries to self-destruct, but is intercepted by a finger ray from Vegeta, killing him as well. After this, Gohan fruitlessly tries to fend off Vegeta, and Vegeta just continues to toy with him until Gohan hits his breaking point and his power soars over to 3,500. At this point, he launches the most powerful Masenko he can muster at Vegeta, and it's all for nothing. Vegeta slaps it away like it's nothing, and unlike Nappa in the original storyline, he doesn't even feel a little bit of a sting. But at this point, as he's about to go in for the kill and finally stop toying around with Krillin and Gohan, Kakarot arrives. This causes Vegeta and Goku to begin fighting. The two leave just like in the original story, and the fight from here on out plays out mostly the same, with Goku getting the win after everyone comes in and lends their little bit of help. Yajirobe even showing up and cutting off Vegeta's tail like in the original storyline. During the battle, when Goku would rush Vegeta and Kaioten ×3, he would begin a combo, his meteor combo specifically, and when he went to finish off with the Kamehameha, Vegeta would halt it with a blast of his own and roll out of the way, avoiding taking the main brunt of the damage, but still taking the damage from the aftershock. At this point, they would have their iconic beam struggle. From here, the rest would play out like normal. Vegeta becomes a great ape. He torments Goku while Goku tries to gather the energy for a spirit bomb. The energy is passed on to Krillin, which is thrown at Vegeta, but doesn't finish the job. And then Gohan transforming into a great ape himself and crashing on top of Vegeta finishes everything. And just like that, the Saiyan saga is wrapped up, all in a nice little bow. But going on from here, things are going to get much more different for our heroes and villains alike. Alright, with all that said, guys, that should do that for this first part of the What If. If you liked it, Make sure you leave a like and you subscribe. Leave suggestions in the comments below. And look forward to more, episodes of this What If, because regardless of likes or subscriptions, I intend to follow it all the way through until I'm finished with the story, because I do enjoy this story quite a bit. With that said, I hope everyone has a wonderful day or night. Everything's going great for you, and you just have a great one.